No one taught you how to sit with your emotions. They only taught you how to control them. You learn to stay quiet, stay strong, stay useful, but no one taught you how to feel safe inside your own mind. That's why, even today, when life hurts, you don't know how to comfort yourself. And this is where reparenting yourself begins. Imagine a imagine a small child sitting alone in a room. They are not crying loudly. They are not demanding attention. They are just sitting there, trying to be good so they don't become a problem. That children learn something very early. If I don't need anything, I won't be burdened. Year passes away. The child grown ups. Now they are an adult who says, I am fine. I'll be managed. I don't want to bother anyone. But inside, that same child is still sitting in that room. Reparenting is when the adult version of you walks back into the room and finally sit beside that child. Now, reparenting is when the adult version of you walks back into the room and finally sits beside that child. Now, before we go deeper, allow me to introduce myself. Now, before we go deeper, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Amit Sharma. Stay with me. Reparenting yourself does not mean blaming your parents. It means understanding one simple truth. You did not receive all the emotion skill you needed. Not because you are weak, but because the people raising you were also surviving their own struggle. So now, as an adult, you become the parent you needed. You teach yourself what no one taught you: how to calm down when anxious, how to speak kindly to yourself, how to rest without guilt, how to feel emotion without shame. Here is the part people don't like to say. Some children's or some childhoods are not ruined by monsters. They are shaped by normal people repeating harmful patterns. Sometimes it's not shouting, it's compare it's sometimes it's not shouting.
Wait.
Sometimes it's not shouting, it's comparison. Especially comparison things happen in most of the Indian household. Look at someone else's child. Why can't you be like them? A child doesn't hear motivation, they hear I am not enough. Sometimes it's not violence, it's emotional dismissal or disapproval. A child crying and hearing, stop overreacting. You are too sensitive. Be strong. So the child learns, my feelings are wrong, and such as and society helps this damage grow. Marks matter more than mental health. Obedience matter more than emotional safety. Success matters more than happiness. Love slowly become conditional. Appreciation when you achieve, distance when you struggle. Parents don't always mean harm. Many are driven by fear of society, fear of judgment, fear of failure. But fear based parenting creates survival based children. Children who don't ask, children who don't cry, children who grow up feeling responsible for everyone, and the world doesn't slow down for them. It tells them to hustle, to be strong, to move on. But a nervous system shaped by pressure doesn't relax just because you grew up. That's why reparenting yourself is not luxury, it's repair. Reparenting starts with a small moment. When you make a mistake and your mind says you are useless, reparenting replies, you made a mistake, not a life sentence. When you feel overwhelmed and want to push through, reparenting say, you are tired. Sit down, rest. When you feel sad and want to ignore it. Reparenting says, it's okay to feel this, I'm here. So, you become the voice that protects you instead of pushing, pushing you away or punishing you. Most of us grew up trying to earn love. Reparenting is learning you. Reparenting is learning you deserve it without performing. You deserve comfort. You deserve patience. You deserve someone to say you don't have to be strong all the time. Now you give now you give that to yourself. That child inside you didn't need to be stronger. They needed support. And today you are finally old enough to be that support. Reparenting isn't about changing the past, it's about making sure the future version of you doesn't feel as alone as the younger one did. And that is where healing quietly begins. If this resonated with you, let's not let this conversation end here. Subscribe to this channel not just for more video, but for a space where healing is spoken aloud. Every single subscriber makes this community stronger and tells YouTube this works matter. And if you are ready to start your reparenting journey today, please take some pause right here. Take one gentle breath. Place a hand over your heart and tells that child inside, I see you. And from today, I stay because of you. Yes, you deserve to be both the child who is held and the adult who does the holding. Please like, share, subscribe. Not just as button, but as act of kindness to yourself and to someone who needed to hear this today. Thank you.